on terror. And a courageous group of men and women stepped forward to say, me, I will go. And that includes you, Harry. You live by a simple principle: serve together, recover together. It's a philosophy not limited by the flag you wear. Your brothers and sisters in arms are connected by something so much deeper than the borders that separate us. And you've dedicated your time, talents, and heart to lifting up service members from around the globe.
And Prince Harry, thank you for your service during 2 tours in Afghanistan with the British Army and for being a champion of veterans in this community.
I'd now like to introduce Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, who's a humanitarian, mental wellness advocate, environmentalist, and military veteran. As co-founder of Archwell, he is focused on driving systemic change across all communities through nonprofit work as well as creative activations. The mission across Archwell, which currently includes Archwell Foundation, Archwell Productions, and Archwell Audio, is united behind the deeply held belief that compassion is the defining cultural force of the 21st century. In fact, Prince Harry has dedicated his life's work to advancing causes that he is passionate about. He is the founder of the Invictus Games, a platform for wounded, injured, and sick service personnel to use sport as part of their rehabilitation, something I know a little about, as well as Travelist, a nonprofit entity comprised of several of the largest online travel agencies in the world. Additionally, he co-founded Santa Bali with his dear friend, Prince Seso of Lesotho, in memory of their mother's charitable work in combating the HIV crisis, and serves as president of the African Parks, a non-governmental organization focused on protecting Africa's ecosystems in partnership with local communities and governments. He was named Chief Impact Officer at Better Up, a world-class coaching platform that helps people everywhere achieve their own version of peak performance, and serves on the Aspen Institute Commission on Information Disorder, which brought together critical voices across public, private, and civil society landscape to respond to today's mis- and disinformation crisis. Prince Harry served in the British Army for 10 years, rising to the rank of captain and undertaking 2 tours in Afghanistan. And I must say, it's been my absolute privilege to work with him. Prince Harry, over to you, sir.
Ken, thank you very much. It's nice to see you looking so well after this last year. And I've certainly missed you, and thank you for that introduction. Dr. Biden, it's an absolute pleasure and a joy to see you again after so many years, as you quite rightly pointed out. This week, 7 years ago, I think was the first time that we met at the Invictus Games in London, and then again in Orlando and again in Toronto. And you don't need to hear this from me, but from everybody on this call and everybody across the entire military community across the world, thank you for your service and your just continued support over all these years. It's been fantastic to see you in action in various parts of the world, giving everything that you've got to so many people, to not just those who wear the uniform, but to the families as well. A lot of them wouldn't be here without you. So thank you. And just an enormous hello and thank you to every single one of you. The backgrounds that I'm seeing, people in cars, people in their rooms, some in uniform, some in civvies, some got children, or some had children at the beginning, have now escorted the children away from the screen for various different reasons. It's such a joy to see every single one of you. This is what it is. It was what it's all about. I am so sorry that we're not all together at the Warrior Games where we should be. The pandemic has certainly changed or flipped life upside down for so many people. We all know how important the training is for these moments. It's not about the medals. It's not even so much about the winning. As far as most of us are concerned, you guys have already won. But I will never forget that first visit that I had to the Warrior Games, which inspired me to create the Invictus Games. And the Invictus Games never would have been created had I not been inspired by every single one of you and your companions and the families for everything that you give to the service of this country. So again, just an enormous thank you. These games are so important, whether it's the Warrior Games, whether it's the Invictus Games. It is ultimately the reminder of service, both at home and overseas. It is about caring for our physical as well as our mental fitness of those that have sacrificed so much. And that, again, is not just those who wear the uniform, but every single one of you, because as we know, once served, always serving. And that goes across the whole family network. And it is often the families that give so much, but that are sometimes forgotten. So to see every single one of you here with the pride on your faces makes me incredibly happy to know how far you guys have come, the dark places that you've been to, but where you are now, stronger than ever before, no doubt. And that is partly, if not mainly, down to sport. And everybody on this call recognizes and understands the importance of sport plays in every single person's life. But as part of rehabilitation, whether it's physical or mental, there really is nothing else that beats it. So again, thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for showing us the way. You guys are leaders in every aspect of your lives, both while serving and both within your community as well. And this community is as strong as ever. And that also makes me incredibly proud. I look forward to hearing from as many of you as possible after this, if not in the first part of the call, then the second part of the call, depending on how many children are screaming down the Zoom at the same time. But again, just an enormous amount of appreciation from myself and just immense gratitude, because to see you guys smiling when I know how much you've been through, it's not just about yourselves and your families, but you have to remember that you're doing this also for your brothers and sisters in arms. And those people that are in a really dark place, you know what it's like. You've been there yourselves and you have recovered for yourself. And now you are leading them to their own recovery. So for that, I thank you. Ken, back to you.
Thank you, Prince Harry, for your comments as well as for your support.
That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, donate, etc. If you would like to make a donation and you don't know how, to help support this channel, you can go to the comments section where you can find links to the Patreon, the PayPal, and the Cash App. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex.